What the fuck was that?
That's me.
Warning, the following contains depictions of adult themes, drug use, and wanton violence, sometimes flat-out war crimes. Listener discretion is advised. This is Starforged, Stones of Fortune. Starring Carlos as Solrock, the Seer, Ramses as Merrick, the Unseen, Jose as Jimmy Rings, and Luke as Spike. And I am your guide, your host, your editor, and all those other things, Redstone, also known as Adam in these recordings.
Back.
Cool.
Same.
Alright, so
Like 5 backs of these.
to recap where we're at, you guys are currently on the station orbiting Iridium, the planet that grows a ton of the space weed. Currently, your bunny friend, Freddie Gibbs.
I just saw your snap story. What the fuck? A dead squirrel?
Same.
I like to believe he's just sleeping.
Just like
That's
really
good.
crashed out. Like
That's
forgot
really
the
drunk
With
item.
his app friends.
Yeah. Fucking I had gone to this to like Joy's friend had like a little get together for her birthday. So what do you call it?
Your phone's there, my phone's here.
So I was walking into the building and I seen a dead squirrel. My bad, I was getting like half gram out sleep.
Cereal for that.
It was in no, if you don't, then
Yeah.
Dude, those are some sweet posters back there. What's the one right behind you, Carlos? Watery. Am I transmitting? Not.
Yo, do y'all think that yourself now can take care of a you in like 15, 20 years ago?
say what?
Test.
Like, let's say, Carlos, that you're chilling now, and then out of nowhere, you got this responsibility of taking care of, like, 9-year-old Carlos. Like, it's just you but a child.
What are you asking?
You think you could take care of yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, because I know
Can you-
exactly what, like in that sense, like I know exactly what I was looking for at that age, you know?
I'm saying, like, would you be able to be a parent to yourself?
Only like specifically to myself. Like anyone else, I can't guarantee nothing, you know?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yo.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
POV, Carlos rolls you a blunt.
What is
You
that poster
feel
that's
correctly,
behind you? There, I see the Europa, Venus, and there's something right behind you. Oh, Titan. Fuck yeah.
Ride the tide
Nice.
through the throat of the Kraken. They're like those little toilet
Yeah.
posters. Fuck yeah.
Look at man. It's the boy in the Mushroom Kingdom. Those shit, the mushrooms are moving. Oh shit, Adam.
Nice.
There we go.
Player.
Just one of the video skins, too.
Snack. The snack store.
Snack. Yeah, that's where we're going. We're going for the space snacks.
Space snakes, yeah.
I'll leave it on because I don't really got so much books.
Earlier when Adam was reading the
Yeah, that's
messages,
a
was exactly what I
hyper-realistic
wrote.
background, bro.
Space
Space
snacks.
Nice.
Hilarious.
Well, now that you guys are on the you're on the station orbiting what was it? Iridium. Currently, Freddie Gibbs is in the hospital, basically getting some care. Along who's also in the hospital getting some care is Sherry Diva Ta, who got her legs blown off a while back. She, made herself some rudimentary ones. She's getting some better ones installed here now. She's also gonna stay behind if you guys are leaving, because she wants to get that fixed.
Let's
And
pull
then
feel those new legs. Just like Rocket Raccoon.
Is she looking like
Exactly.
Maul, Darth Maul?
She will at the end of this. Yes.
Oh,
They're still
okay.
Yeah, this isn't like a first they have to try out a few different skeletal legs just to get the height and stuff, because it's hard to tell. 'Cause people have different body types, and since her legs are missing, since they don't have any record of what they look like, they're having to a little bit by trial and error figure out the shape, the distances between an ankle and hip to knee. And once they, so she's wearing some trainer legs that are adjustable. Then once she's comfortable with that, then they'll install the fucking Darth Maul legs.
Nice.
And we're talking the regular legs, not the spider body.
That they don't know what the leg will look like.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the whole basis of the Guardians together.
And then finally, Servanus, Mongoose Taylor, who's been a pilot with you guys for a while, the guy who can do the looping. He's been just on this station getting trashed the whole time. When you guys get here, what was that?
Mongoose is here?
Yeah, Mongoose was with you when you guys were fighting the capital ships. He was helping you gun.
He was the one that gave us the message for the snakes, right?
Was that
No,
this
that
version
was
of
a prophet.
Mongoose, or was that a different version of Mongoose that gave us the
Yeah,
message?
I mean, that's true too.
That's an interesting idea. I wonder if this guy, this super, super, super old dude who says he knows you and calls himself by the name of a guy who can keep going back in time. I don't know. Maybe they're somehow connected somehow. Which that's at this point, Mongoose is I just got this message. He was up on the station. Everyone who gets viral news, which is everybody eventually, also got that message was a reply all somehow. He accidentally attached a message to you guys went out to the entire Forge. Where the prophet is going, hey, my name's Mongoose, and talking about how he's friends with you guys. So your friend Mongoose is what the fuck? I think I'm going to go talk to the prophet. If you guys aren't, that's fine, but I think I have to.
Okay. Who's the prophet?
That's the guy who runs the Mormon. So, in character, this is historical, that there was a guy, his name is Lehi, or he goes by Lehi, and he claims to be the Mormon prophet.
Right.
This guy rallied a bunch of people back in your home galaxy and got them to come out here, and and predicted a bunch of shit from the future. He talked about these space snakes showing up and wrecking shit. Talked about an AI trying to take over the whole Forge. He's basically had a lot of predictions that have come very, very true. And now he's calling, and he's occasionally gone by the nickname Mongoose. It's in like previous messages about him, and he is basically mentioning. He mentioned that you guys talked to a really old, confused guy, and that cleared some stuff up. So your friend Mongoose, like Mongoose Taylor, is going to go talk to the Mormon prophet, who goes by Lehi, because he's like, well, I have to figure that out. That's weird. What is going on with that? None of you have to go with him if you don't want to. That is fine. He's going to have to he'll take a different ship, but he's got some pull in this area.
I think one of us should go. Because don't they also have information for us that they want to give us or something?
There was the Mormon prophet was messaging you, telling you to say hi, and that you should talk to an old, confused guy who could explain a lot of shit.
We should probably go.
Yeah, we should just all go.
Cool. Yeah. If you're all on board, cool.
Okay.
All right, you guys head off towards Mormon territory. The great thing is, at this point, you guys give before you can even give your call sign. You guys are distinctive. Well, you're in a very basic model of a ship from the exterior, but you've had a fancy paint job put on it at one point. People recognize the Nimbus, and also you're given the green, the right of way anytime as soon as you get to the Mormon Federation border. They wave you in like, "Hey, good to see you, Nimbus. You're clear to go," before you even get a chance to, and you guys are there. You are directed towards the Mormon Federation flagship, which is that giant. It's the oldest ship in any of the fleet out here. It was a top-of-the-line warship back at the home galaxy before the Exodus. It's the Nauvoo is the name of it, and it's gigantic. It is the home of the prophet. You guys are directed to land. It takes you just 2 days. It turns out the Nauvoo has actually been on its way trying to meet you. So it seems like it knew you were coming once you crossed the border. It's been booking it as fast as it could you halfway, and you're cleared to land. There's a whole honor guard outside of the ship waiting for you, flanking you. They salute as you guys come down. Basically they're like, if you're Lehi has been hoping to see you. If you'd like to see him immediately, you are welcome to. He's left orders that brought out of his tank whenever you arrive. Or if I know it may have been a bit of a journey, if you want to rest first, go ahead. But otherwise, right this way.
No,
as you guys go, okay, you guys take all the time you need. Eventually, you are brought in. As you are being brought to see the prophet, you see there's a giant tank in front of you, and there's a very, very old man in the middle of it. He's hooked up to a face mask for breathing apparatus. He's got all these tubes and stuff going on. And as you guys enter the room, the chamber starts draining. It's not flowing out of the floor. It's just draining down. And you see him he's manipulated by these little arms that go and put him into a chair. He's wrapped up. And basically he comes out in a small mech suit. It is a motorized thing that basically he's piloting a thing that is very close to the size of his body. But it does make him a little bigger. But it's very clear it's a frail old man piloting this thing. And he's still got an ox. What was that?
Does he look like Grievous?
Sure. Yeah.
Vader?
I was thinking this is not a battle. This mech suit that he's in looks far more for literally just moving around. It doesn't look battle hardened. It doesn't look like it's. Yeah. It's more meant. This is a. Here's a person who's incredibly frail, and so this is a way for them to still have all the mobility possible. While still being at least 200-something years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he does. He looks okay for his age, but that's not good. He's a human being that's probably, if any of you recall your history, he's probably, because he claims he's from, he was 20-something when he went in the past, and so now he's lived this long, so he's got to be at least 220, 230.
So
and it's
this fucker that I just sent to the group chat, Davros from Doctor Who.
Wait, where'd you send this?
In the
now it's showing up.
I'm just now seeing the devil's egg too.
Oh. Yeah, this is about right. This is what he looks like, except the suit's a little more mobile. He's not just upright. He is
okay.
Looks, honestly, my best comparison would be an open-faced Vader suit.
Okay.
It's more it is that very, or Frankenstein walk where it is not elegant or smooth. It is kind of jolting, but it still works. It definitely moves him around. It's definitely you can see he moves things on his hands, take the steps, and it does not look the best designed, but you've never seen anybody with this level of mobility generally. Yeah, and he's still got all of his limbs. He's just very old. He's hey guys, it's been forever since I've seen ya. And he goes to try to give one of you a pat on the back, but then looks at his robot. He's like, "Oh, I can't do that anymore. Sorry, guys. You guys got a joint? Made sure I can't get the space weed in here. Says it makes me paranoid.
No.
It's not my fault I can see the fucking future."
We need to get this man some weed. Stat. Carlos, I know you always have some on you.
Yeah. I just passed out blunts for everyone to have their own blunts to smoke.
I'm about to hit.
Nice. He pulls his arm out of the thing, and he's like, "Yeah, great. I'm gonna stop doing the voice because it's killing my to do it.
Yeah,
let's just pretend he's old and gravelly."
Old and gravelly.
And he's like, "Hey guys, and if you stop listening to the gravelly parts, he talks like Mongoose. He talks like a guy you've known for a few months now, who's pulled you out a bunch of scrapes, who you fought with in the past in random battles. It does seem to be Mongoose, just a lot older. He's no less, he just destroys that blunt. If he gets his own, he just doesn't stop smoking it till it's gone. Coughing crazy, because it's clear he hasn't smoked a couple decades at least.
Oh, that must be high as fuck.
Yeah. No, he immediately, it's very obvious that dude is just wrecked. He's like, fuck. Oh, you guys probably have questions. Fuck, this was probably a bad idea. As he keeps he's still finishing it. He's not gonna stop. He doesn't care.
Respect.
I'm assuming you guys have questions, but I don't know where you guys are. You might as well ask questions, because if I ever try to explain what's going on, that could take... I'm assuming you met Mr. E, right? You did that already? You know him?
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Oh, shit. He's like, yeah, so if you guys got questions, should I ask him?
Questions. Yeah, so, which one are you? Are you from have you jumped around too?
Is he gonna what?
Has he jumped around? I'm just asking him, I know he's Mongoose. Which one are you? Have you jumped around a bunch, or
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had to in a while. To be honest, once we got in, after I jumped back in time. A lot of it was once I convinced people to come to the Forge, the rest of it's been pretty smooth sailing. I haven't had to jump in time in a while now. I mean, I made a few really crappy mistakes the first few times through. Like, when I didn't outlaw AIs, that just went really bad. That went really terrible. At least it kept this at bay for a while. And, you know, after like the fourth try, yeah, I haven't had to jump back in time for 150 years now, at least, in my... I don't know, it's hard to keep track of. Think about it this way. There have been times where I've lived like 20, 30 years and then realized something... I had to do it all over again. And then, I don't know, after a while it all melts together. It's really hard to keep it all.
Also, if this is mongoose, how can two mongooses exist in our universe?
How many of you fuckers are there?
Dude, and so the young mongoose is not saying anything. He's just like open-mouthed, what the fuck? Yeah. And then at that question he goes, so, yeah, how did you... I can only go back in my own timeline. I can only jump back to... I'm still in my own body. How did you go back in time? Like I'm only like 26. That doesn't... I can't... How do you get to the home galaxy and shit? How do you... And he's just confused, and he's like, well, that part I can't...
You have to figure it out yourself.
He pulls... The old mongoose pulls the young mongoose in close and whispers a few things in his ear. And you see the young man's eyes go wide. And he's like, oh, okay, I can try. Fuck, man. And he starts smoking his own joint. And he's like, dude, that... And he points at, fuck you, man. That's too much. That's too fucking much to ask of somebody. He storms off to you don't know where, but he leaves this room, and he's like, "Don't worry about him. It's a hell of a thing to have to hear, and he'll get over it eventually." But I'm assuming, the rest of you, I mean, if he's just shit, we haven't already had this talk before. To be honest, I've had this talk like 5 times from different perspectives. It gets confusing after a few times.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I spend a lot of time smoking weed, but I'm not sure. We may or we may not have had this talk.
This is a day.
Yeah. You definitely, and there is something to, as the two mongooses separate, you realize there was a weird kind of temporal feedback. Like you were definitely like experiencing the moment like once, twice, 3 times in like quick succession. Like it's only as they separate and they get away from each other do you realize this effect was happening as it stops. And reality kind of gets more focused. It doesn't help that you guys are hotboxing this place. And literally, the older mongoose just destroyed a joint. It is a fucking fog in this room. And but yeah, as the two separate, you start feeling like the world's a little more solid when you didn't realize it was less solid moment. And yeah, he's like, well, you guys know the space snakes eat the vaults, right? And then when they eat the vaults, they turn into the fucking later stage, and they're crazy hard to kill, and they wreck shit. We went over that before, right?
Nope.
That I don't remember.
No? Oh, shit. Yeah, the space snakes, that's how they breed. I guess, I don't know, I'm still foggy on this. It seems like whatever the fungus that is the presence, like, does, but what the Ascendancy's designed it. Like, it controls dark energy somehow. Like, we still haven't figured that stuff out. And somehow it controls that, and that's how the presence works. And their technology's based off of it later at a certain point. What else was there? The star inside the Boundless Shoal, that's like a vault. It's a giant fucking vault, and you can't let if Legion gets a hold of that, that would be bad. If the space snakes actually were to somehow get into there, that would be bad, because what they do, like, so the Kuiper crystals are basically solid dark energy or something like that. I don't know. I've never figured it out. But if the space snakes get to eat enough of it, they transform into like these weird beings that were really, really fucking hard to kill, guys. But the only good part was they do really like the Ascendancy vaults that Legion is using to transmit and connect, because those are the most powerful ones. The only problem is if they eat them, they're the most powerful forms. So, yeah, it's bad. It's bad to let them eat them, but at the same time, at least it kills Legion.
How do we prevent them from eating it? Destroying it or destroying the snakes?
If you destroy the vault before they eat it, yeah, then that'll stop it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think did we ever figure out a way? I think we just had to blow it up. There might be a way, but it's from my point of view, it's been hundreds of. It's probably been, let's see. Well, I made it. I think like 800 years since I was fighting it. So I don't know. It's been a long time. I've just been trying to make sure humanity stays alive to this point.
So what's more of a threat, Legion or the snakes?
What a great question. I remember focusing on...
Either way, when you destroy the vaults, right? That impacts both.
The vault. True. Destroying the vaults would absolutely solve both of those threats at the same time.
All right, cool.
Like, or at least the bigger parts.
Yeah. And the snakes want to eat the vaults to level up and shit. Go Super Saiyan.
So we're the double crossers. We're not really teaming up with either. They're both helping us defeat each other.
And we're defeating both of them at the same time.
That's what I just did.
Yeah, we're taking away one's food source and the other's power source.
And we
I might be high as fuck, but this is like a fun. I just said this stuff.
Well, then if we let the snakes just eat the vaults, it's all Legion, but then the snakes
Bro, we
are
just gotta
super
get
snakes.
we just gotta get the jumper perk and like we're good.
Jumper, looper shit.
The looper shit.
Jose, we got a loop.
It is an asset you can buy. It is absolutely an asset you can buy.
A looping device?
Looper.
I was also making a joke. We had a training this week, and the training was all about like active listening and looping conversations.
This shit flew right over my head.
For like several times over.
I was totally paying attention to that.
Right? Yeah, I know.
Alright.
That shit was garbage.
I want to buy a loop device.
I mean, I'm glad to have some kind of case management training, but yeah, could have better ones.
I'm looking at you, Adam.
What are you wanting?
I want to purchase a loop device.
Well, I think soon once you level up, you'll have enough experience. Let's see, where are you at now? Keep all that. So many pages now. We've been playing for so long.
I'm saying, bro.
And Carlos pulled up that date, and I was like, damn, it has been that long.
You guys are good.
We actually started before I moved out here, so.
That's right.
And I moved at the end of May.
Yeah, we had like one session and then you moved.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wanted to make sure we had a session before I moved, because I thought we could do it in person, and then we ended up doing it via computer anyway.
Yeah, we're like approaching a year, if not already at a year.
Yeah, it's got to be close. So.
What?
Fuck yeah. Cause yeah, was it before you moved out, Ram?
I think right when I got here. I got here like late July, June, early July. I started early July, first week of July, so I got here late June.
Yeah, because we had a session Did we have a session without Merrick?
We might have
Yeah, I was sick.
our intro session or like the first one or two.
It was the Oh yeah, it was the session 0 where we did a bunch of the world building. But then you just jumped in because we'd done the world building. But yeah, session 1 we had you guys meet. So
That's right.
That's right.
Cool.
We all just ended up on the ship.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep.
Blast from the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wild.
So yeah, sounds like you guys want to go after the vaults that the Space Snakes, or that Legion is broadcasting out of, because there's 7 of those left. The thing is, there are other vaults. So while,
Okay.
I mean, just to be a dick, when you're not destroying, if you're not destroying Legion, if you're not destroying the Space Snakes, they can still eat other things.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I think this is the Mongoose is telling you this is like, yeah, there's this gets kind of shitty for a while. Like it's you can totally beat the Space Snakes. Like you've got the ships. The ships are made to destroy those snakes. They totally can beat Legion. It's just you can't be everywhere at once.
Can we? Nah, all right.
I think let's take a balanced approach. Let's start destroying vaults and destroy some of the Legion vaults.
Who was it that cloned me? What faction?
That's Legion. Legion.
We need to infiltrate and make some clones that we control. And then we can be everywhere at once.
Let's recruit like 5 more people to play, and they have their own.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was already an option. Like, I'm pretty sure we could have like taken over Legion if we had wanted to, like earlier in the campaign.
I'm telling you, bro, we've been letting them make it for now because we've just been focusing on some other shit.
Like destroying all the vaults and then like replacing their AI with BB or
As
something.
we're having this conversation, like a giant space thing gets blessed with a shot.
Oh.
Like,
Should we also be hiding the fact that we have BB from 200-year-old dude? He's the one that is very anti-AI, isn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't like BB. He wouldn't like BB.
Yeah, we should.
So
I
the
mean,
really old Mormon prophet is also Mongoose, correct? I'm having that lined up right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You, at some point, like maybe one of you mentioned, he was like, hey, how is my old friend BB? Like, is he still, he didn't get fried by like
It's like,
the forge spawn stuff, right? Yeah.
Do we have to have BB from you, yes or no?
I might have turned to Jimmy Rings and be like, "Hey, is BB still in your armor?"
Which standard procedure for BB is if he is riding in the armor, he doesn't say anything unless you talk to him because he is worried about being outed. He's usually just quiet and observes, watch you guys slaughter people.
Nice.
The bad guys, as he knows them.
He tells you like, oh no, the reason why he didn't like, the ban on AIs is twofold. One, it turns out if you let people research it, they're much quicker at going into the Ascendancy vaults and tinkering with the Ascendancy AI. And then you get Legion really quick. And to be honest, if you guys aren't around when Legion pops up, it takes over. I lose every time. I've tried that like 5 or 6 times. So I have to delay Legion until you guys get born and can find these ships.
Nice.
So I have to ban AI. It also sucks because when the Forge Spawn show up, which they always seem to show up at some time too, they've got that weapon that fries electronics. And to be honest, it's really hard when you have artificial intelligence beings. They're people. If you let them get made, they get literally genocided by
One pulse.
by Legion. So, or by the Forge Spawn. So it's I don't know. Is it more wrong to not let them be born so they don't get genocided? I don't know. But it was heartbreaking. So I basically, it works out that then you don't have the heartbreak of the genocide.
We need
I don't know. What was that?
We need to come up with a counter for that wave.
The Forge
I
Sun.
mean,
We can't.
your shields,
The Ascendancy.
your shields work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they work once. If we take one direct hit, shields get overloaded and they're done for the rest of that battle, basically.
Well, your fighters are immune. So if I lose shields, I can also fall back.
Those ships
What-
that we got.
What
that
is
can
it
be
that
like,
makes? Sorry, Carlos, go ahead.
No, what you're saying?
What is it that makes those ships immune, and why can't we do that to the mothership?
It has something to do
Oh.
with the Ascendancy make, but we don't know exactly what.
I've had the best scientists I could get together look at them. It's so far advanced beyond us. Like, they use the presence in, like, normal stuff. Like, they can interact with it with their technology.
Okay.
Which is something we don't know how to do. And we have, I don't think it's going to be a while till we can figure out how that works. And yeah, it just overloads our stuff.
Carlos,
like,
give it a
it's
try.
all of the ascendants.
Give it a try, Carlos. Connect with it.
Connect with it with the Ascendancy tech.
Yeah.
Go empath with that ship over there.
I mean, you guys have all connected with your ship at some point.
Yeah,
when
that's
you've
the other
done.
thing we know, that like even using our own assets on while using the ship, we get boosted powers pretty much.
Mhm.
So like, yeah, it's all connected to that. It's probably I don't know. That's why I don't really understand how the presence works. I know that there's a part of it that's connected to technology, but
Too complex.
Yeah. I mean, and the prophet, he's like, you guys have. Can I tell you that?
Yes, you can.
You guys know that the presence was made by the Ascendancy. They created it. It's a living thing, but it somehow they designed a biological entity that exists it's not just three-dimensional. Like, it exists like a little farther out, like kind of like when you're in hyperspace. It's like really close to it, but it's just like in there, and it connects more than, it's not just linear in space-time. It affects it somehow it manipulates dark energy in a way beyond us. But it's that I thought we talked about there's the star that's a vault inside the Boundless Shoal. Yeah, that's an artificial star. That's part of like the thing that created it. There's like the vault tech is some of the places. There's a few more, like anywhere where the space weed grows. There's a thing generating the presence. It's literally feeds the presence.
yeah.
So they cut.
I don't know if
that
this is
off.
just the way that my head connected like this together, but I was thinking that like all this was based off like an old theology that they were able to manifest through technology.
It's at this point in really, well, I mean, in a way, like it's literally woven itself into the fabric of the universe.
Yeah.
So it is aware of, like, it is a sentient being / beings. This is the prophet telling you this. Like, these are true things. It traverses spaces. So they may have made it at one point in time, and now it exists across all of space and time inside the Forge.
Oh.
So
Okay.
it started existing before it existed. It exists. It just goes out. It somehow mirrors regular matter in a strange way where. You are Nos. Remember Nos? Like he died, and then his like the dark matter and dark energy that the presence copy survived. Like, he learned how to make it more efficient. So he's but that's what he is. He's literally part of the presence that's aware that he's aware. Just like we're matter that became aware that we're aware.
The ascendancy went from making artificial intelligences to making a universal intelligence.
That's
Yeah, the
gangsta.
AI stuff I think is like
Omniscient.
like old tech of theirs. Like the most, I really got the impression. I thought by now it was basically the synthetic stuff was their first attempts. We're talking like, I'm trying to think of what kind of analogies he could use, because just we're literally talking about someone from this sci-fi culture. But he's like, think about
All the same ones apply, bro.
like AI, like Legion. Legion is a wired telephone that like plugs into the wall at your house, while like the Presence is an iPhone 12. Like that's the tech level difference.
Okay.
Is like
Those early attempts.
Yeah, like it works.
That's a great analogy.
Thanks.
And
I
now
don't know
we're
how you would say that.
It's quality control. We've got to protect the presence and destroy the AI. The presence is superior.
Yeah.
We got a BB or a different AI?
I mean, BB's show.
BB's
I like
yeah,
BB.
He's not corrupt.
Yeah.
At least yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, BB was fine. I remember we worried a lot about BB, but he never turned on us. The only times we ever had problems was one or two of the times when we had to loop because BB got taken over by a reborn ascendant. So, just don't let that happen.
1 or 2 of the times.
Look at Chewbacca.
That is a Chewbacca.
That's Roxy's Chewbacca toy.
I don't think I have anything cool to show off.
Roxy wanted to
But he's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I mean, but yeah, I think the only real problem would be, like, just don't let, try not to resurrect any of the ascendants. The only one that need to keep existing are the cool. You remember them? They're the jellyfish people. Like
Those are ascendants.
they're super chill. Oh yeah, that's what they turn into. Did we not talk about that? Shit, sorry guys. Yeah, those are the those are what the ascendancy people turned into eventually. They became.
Dude be dropping bombs out of nowhere.
Yo.
Right,
Yeah, they can. Sorry, did we not? I thought we talked about this before. I mean, I remember this.
Not in this timeline.
Sorry, yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a few hundred years since I remember seeing you guys, so it's been a bit.
Yeah.
We did the thing where we had the peace conference and that got attacked already. That happened, right?
Am I expected to comprehend everything that happens to me?
No.
I remember stuff.
Can you just assume that we never discussed anything, even if you think we did? Just assume that we didn't.
I'm trying, man. It's just hard to keep focused. Pretty high. Pretty fucking high, guy.
I do remember that conference, though.
That's my whole ordeal half the time. 3/4 of the time.
I love it.
It probably doesn't help that we're like doing short-term memory destroying drugs.
That's why I gotta take notes, bro. Straight up. This is the only reason I do it.
I gotta learn your ways, man. You're excellent at note taking.
Dude, you just gotta do it.
Yeah. Let's see. So the Ascendant. Yeah. So your buddy like Rojoro, he's an Ascendant. I mean, some of them are kind of dicks. You got to be careful. Ooh, yeah. Be careful. Some of them hate us, people who live in like linear timelines. Some of them like literally would wish us all to die because they don't like us being in their home. Most of them are really chill, but every once in a while you'll meet one who's just fuck with you, like throw you into fucked up timelines. You just be careful.
He's one of us?
Yeah, have you heard about that one that married some dude? Huge dick.
Oh,
Oh yeah, they're fickle. They're fickle creatures sometimes. I remember them helping us out a few times, but yeah, just in general, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard.
they also have needs.
Yeah. I don't know.
Did we cover
Maybe
that?
They got emotions.
You guys know that that like in the Boundless Shoal that sometimes the fungus that is spaceweed, it'll make people pop out. You guys know that part?
The boundless shows the fungus? What?
That's like where we just go with all the weed and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spaceweed. The spaceweed,
The fun.
if it's sometimes it makes people pop out. Like you guys didn't we fight one? She was like she led a bunch of people. She well, okay, if you haven't met her, her goal is she's trying to open a bunch of the portals, the black iron gates. She wants to bring a bunch of space snakes through. She's been convinced the space snakes will save us from Legion.
Who is this?
We got a killer. We got
She doesn't have a name. They don't have names. They're usually they're bald. They get like purple tattoos. They can really use the presence. Yeah, if you haven't met her yet, you guys totally met her. This is Diva's teacher.
I'm saying Diva,
Okay.
not Diva.
Not Diva. Diva is also bald and has actual tattoos that mimic what her teachers look like.
Okay, so it was
But
her
it
teacher.
turns out-
It was her teacher that did that, not Diva. My bad.
Was it
Yeah.
the same teacher that killed Mr. E? Or was it a different
Yes.
teacher? Okay. Isn't that
That's-
teacher dead?
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
But yeah, that's like, oh yeah, like you guys are talking about, yeah, that person was one of them. Yeah, a lot of them are good, a lot of them are chill. I mean, they're the ones that teach, like that's where Nos learned how to like live outside of his body. They're literally the presence. Like sometimes it gets overly filled with the copies of people, and it's there. I don't know. Stuff happens, and they just bubble up into a new being. And yeah, well, sometimes they can be corrupted. Sometimes by anybody can be. But there was that one. There's like a space snake out there that's like covered in the Kuiper crystals. It's like deranged and shit. Yeah, it can like take over people's minds. You got to be careful of that one. If you haven't seen that one, it's also invisible. The thing's got like the best stealth tech ever because it's covered in those Kuiper crystals.
Wait, but some of them just spawn out of the fungus.
The people do. The people come out of the fungus. Yeah.
It's crazy. Have we met any?
So do they have to be dead? Come out like that?
The
People.
Well, it's kind of a weird combo. Like it's a combo of, but yeah, it's mainly the dead people are what combined because that's what's left behind. Like a copy of the person who lives in the presence after they pass, and just kind of gets absorbed. If you don't know, Nos actually like shows up because you guys have been spoken like crazy. Nos is there and he's like, if you don't learn the technique I learned, your essence, your copy, eventually just fades quickly back into the to just the rest of the presence. You just go back into the background flow of everything. But there's stuff I could teach you. I could teach anybody who's got access. If you can see me, I could teach you how to do it. By the way, I saved this. He pulls up Reginald Dobby, a forced ghost of Reginald Dobby, steps up, gets pulled into view.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, this kid is super confused. Do you guys know what's going on with him?
Yo, I got some questions.
He like turned into a zombie and psycho and then died
Where'd he go? Dobby?
or disappeared.
What the fuck, bro? You get some holes in my shit.
Bro,
I mean, Dobby's Force Ghost is in front of you.
Yeah.
Dobby's Force Ghost is in front of you. To be clear.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, what happened?
Whoa. What did happen?
Ouch. That was my phone. I'm not gonna... I did. Now I don't know where the camera's at.
Why was Jose flipping us off, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's just his call sign, you know?
Oh, that's you?
That's just what Jose does.
I can see Adam.
I can see them.
The shit can rotate.
How did I do this? Oh, I had it on this screen. Yeah.
I guess. Bam. Oops. Falling.
Alright, bro, that's RAM.
What?
You're lost.
Y'all are on my phone and accidentally pushed the power button when I was trying to put the volume up.
Oh, shit.
And it switched to his 2 other screens that he has on his fucking
My
phone.
phone is a flip phone. It's one of those fold phones.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
So y'all were like on the outside screen and then y'all were on the inside screen.
Nice. I can see both of my screens.
You know you love this shit right now. Come on.
I don't.
Come on.
That shit's gangsta. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even cap. Can't.
It's frozen though.
Oh no. I have to exit and rejoin.
Where were we?
You guys were asking Mongoose questions about what's going on. He's just telling you everything.
What other questions do we got?
Yeah, dang it.
Ask his opinion. Damn, I don't know. How are we?
So, yeah,
how
so
are we
he's-
attacking this? Are we going after the bolts, the snakes?
I think I like a balanced approach. Let's take out a few vaults, so like double up the Ascendancy vaults, or not, yeah, the Promethean vaults, and it's still food for the snakes, so slow down Promethea, Legion, whatever, and take away some of the food stores while the snakes might eat some other vaults, which helps us against Legion, and then we target snakes and start killing snakes.
I mean, yeah, we might happen to run into some snakes along the way anyway.
Yeah.
At the
And
same
then-
time, I really want to start using the ships. Sorry.
Yeah. And older Mongoose is like, and you guys went to Frost and took care of the space snakes that ate the vault and that were gonna pop out, right? You guys went to Frost already? Right?
No.
Ross?
Frost. The remember I thought I sent you a message after a viral news that the space snakes ate the Legion vault, and it was cocooning, and they fell into civil war. I would probably go take care of that. That might be. So when they bust out of the shit. So when they bust out of the cocoon, not only is it like a full form that the space snake turns into, it also releases more space snakes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you guys should probably go.
Yeah, these
Let's
aliens
go.
just like run out.
Yeah,
Beeline.
like you guys, fuck. You gotta get there.
Everybody starts running to the ship.
BB setting coordinates.
All right, you guys are. Let's just do. You're gonna set a. Yeah, he provides you with a course. He's like, here's the quickest way there. BB does, and you guys are gonna set a course, which is rolled plus supply.
I'll roll. I shouldn't have rolled. I got a 1,
Uh-oh.
a 7, and a 9.
Use your thing, JK.
You know what? This is on par. We're like running late as fuck, so.
Yeah, I'm just gonna live with it.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, so what happens is you guys didn't make it in time. It's very obvious by the time you guys are getting in the sector, because unfortunately, Frost is on like the edge of the fucking forge. So you guys book it, but if you hadn't spent a few days getting into more of his space and you got to get out of it, it takes you like 5 days to get there. And as soon as you get into the sector, you start reading that Frost, the planet, is no longer, you have no life signs on it. It looks as if the there's a main city that was probably probably had 2 million people maybe total.
Yeah.
Oh, no, couldn't even have that much. It's like hundreds of thousands, which is still a big city in this. But it looks like there was a cocoon-looking thing that is busted open. The city next to it is like stomped flat. Think if Godzilla ran around and stepped on every single thing that it could, ate what it crushed and then shit it out. That's what you're seeing. There's no life signs at all on the planet. Somebody should roll to do a scan and do
that.
plus wits to gather info.
Count down these snakes. A 4 versus a 6 and a 6. Yay. Plus wit, right?
Yeah, so that's a 7 versus a matched.
Awesome.
Match 6s. Cool. So you're able to do a scan. You see, so on a moon of frost here, you are actually getting that you see a bunch of, you see a really giant creature. You see a creature, I think I sent, did I send that in the text?
Yeah.
I sent, the thing kind of looks like that anguish image. It is gigantic. It is literally larger than a city. It has 4 horns coming out of its head. No, 5. 5 horns coming out of its head. Giant, they're not quite hooves, because they almost look like they might be slightly articulated. Oh, yeah, there we go. And then in the back, behind it, on its flank, it has these giant, they kind of look like the wings of a dragonfly. They come way, way out. They look translucent, and they're kind of shiny. They are gigantic compared to the beast. They really jut out after this. And they are it and the space snakes. Unfortunately, you're also getting no life signs from this, but they are currently finishing devouring a smaller moon side
Ain't that great.
settlement. But they're all together. Everything's together.
Okay. We have a WMD, correct?
Oh yeah, we do, baby.
You do.
We got honestly
It
2.
seems
But
like a
we
good time.
want to keep one. Hey, I had that whole prep last session. I'm ready.
America.
This is honestly Jose's department. Jimmy Rings, take over, Playboy. Nuke these snakes.
All right. Go ahead, Adam. Sorry.
No, I was just curious where you guys were, because you're both gone now. Visually.
I'm over here. I got comfortable.
Oh. I missed it. I looked away, and it's just like I just saw 2 empty chairs. Like,
I got.
okay, keep going, Jimmy Rings. What are you up to?
All right. I'm arming the nuke, and can we roll to ask BB where the best place to put it is? The area with the
Gather
most
information.
the area with the most AOE, I guess. The area of AOEs.
The most effect.
The
most
area.
effective area.
I think you guys, yeah. I think you're able to figure that out because they're currently they're all in the same spot, they're munching on the settlement. It's not that large. There are currently 10 different space snakes and this giant creature. The settlement isn't big enough for them all to be eating at once, even. That's how small this is. So you see they're all fighting over one chunk Like
I
one
understand
big
about
thing. So
bomb
you
them.
go right there. Go for the center.
It's down.
But I'll give you a +1 to that because you're using BB to help you target. So if you want to do this, it's going to be, I think it's being an edge roll. It's going to be, you're going to do face danger plus edge, and if this goes well, you might not have to fight any of these.
What's your momentum looking like?
Yes, +10 momentum.
Do it, Jose. Fucking launch that shit.
Okay.
I'm
It's
calling
gone.
it
As he
now.
launches,
Guaranteed hit.
we
Guaranteed
all quietly
hit.
say America.
I gotta roll real quick,
without
don't I?
really understanding why.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let me see.
For formalities, yes.
Hercules. Come on, man. You guys in the house.
Technically not guaranteed. If he gets 10s, he can't beat 10s.
That's true. Damn.
Okay, let's all get a 10, bro.
A 6 versus an 8 and a 4.
God bless.
So that is a strong hit because you got the +1 from BB, so that's the
Make it
+3 total.
Oh,
You
God.
do it. So you launch this this crystal down, and you nail it right in the middle. And luckily, like you guys have timed it. So here's the thing: you launch this, and they start looking up at it, and they start heading at it open-mouthed. Because this is literally what the filled up Kuiper crystal is literally what they want to eat to transform. So everything is flying right at it, but luckily you've timed it to where before any of them get to eat it and absorb it, you detonate it, and they are all wiped out, except for the giant beast that's already transformed. Like, it wasn't fast enough. The space snakes just start flying at it. It takes a big old blast and is knocked back to the moon, but it is not out. It is damaged, but you watch its face start reforming already. Like, but it blew one of the horns off. The face was just burned away to a strange translucent kind of under, like a skull, some sort of frame behind the flesh it was burned to. But even as you watch, it's starting to
Freaky.
the question is, are you guys gonna go out and fight it, or do you want to run away? And if you're staying to fight it, it's time for enter the fray.
Trying to fight it.
Did not mean for that to rhyme.
I'm about to throw down.
Let's enter the fray.
The question is, what are you guys? How are you guys? If you are staying to fight, we'll go through. Let's start with Spike. Are you staying behind? What do you want to do? You are piloting the Nimbus.
I think it's gonna test out the ships.
So, I just get us in a good position for them to launch and me to fire off some missiles.
Okay.
How effective are the lasers against it?
I think
The
you guys
ship's
all gave me-
lasers?
Yeah, does this thing have impenetrable skin or like?
I think
You're
it's
not gonna have
vulnerable
line to
to
its
the
asshole or
ascendancy
something.
like fighters.
Decapitate this shit.
So I'll remind you that previously the Space Snake regular damage did nothing to them. You also don't currently have shields raised. If you want to raise shields, you can make that roll as well.
Good looking now.
Which is plus
Yeah.
your ship's integrity or wits, but integrity's at 5, so.
Yeah, let's raise some shields. The missiles are to test what regular damage does, but you guys should all gain your ascendancy fighters because we know that could work.
I'm already running to it right now. The pre-check
Roll.
for turning.
A 6 versus a 7 and a 2
Nice.
with the shields.
Strong.
There's a strong hit. That gives you +4 shields.
Nice.
Yeah, and then just when you withstand damage, it'll drop them by 1, and ignore damage up to the value of shield. Cool. Okay. So then go ahead and wait. So so Spike is raising the shields. What else are you doing? Are you going to keep piloting the Nimbus?
Yeah. I want to get its attention and find out how regular damage works. So I fire some missiles right at its snoot.
Okay. To be honest, you don't have to. Yeah, missiles launch, they impact, they do nothing.
Do I have his attention at least?
What was that?
Do I have his attention?
Yes, yeah. Actually, go ahead and roll. Actually, well, you guys fired the thing. Yeah, you're the only thing here, and that bomb clearly came from you guys. It's got your attention.
Okay. I try to hold that attention while everyone else launches and gets into firing position.
Okay.
Does it
actually...
Go ahead, Adam.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. Ask a question.
Does it have? Does it still have a wound from that blast?
Yes.
Yes.
It is regenerating, but it's not healed yet.
Can I jump? Can I jump in my small fighter that turns into a suit and go try to do something to that?
Hell yeah, man! You are going to go face the enemy head on. It sounds like so. That'll be a enter the fray plus iron. So you've got +3 on that.
Enter the fray plus. So I'm rolling to attack that wound that's regenerating currently. See if I can do something that way. See what the outcome is. A 3 versus 6 and a 1. Plus the 3 iron.
Yep. So it's still going to be a weak hit because it matches the 6.
Yeah.
But that's okay. So on a enter the fray combat moves. On a weak hit, you choose one. Either take +2 momentum or you are in control. Which in control means you'll be able to be more active in the fight immediately.
Let me get in control.
Sounds good. Oh, also you're at +10 momentum, so you definitely want to be in control. All right, so you launch. You are heading straight for his face. It is also ignoring you at first because Spike has done such a good job at keeping its attention. And so go ahead and sounds like you're going to strike, which is then roll plus iron. So you mentioned being in your mech form and you're fighting it that way.
All right, cool. All right, let me see.
It's another plus iron.
Yo, does he got like Jose's got like weapons master or something? Does that also work on his suit or his spaceship?
I'm gonna say yeah. If he wants to change his weapon, he can literally. I think his mech's abilities, one of it has been, is like it just has that weapon that he needs it. So if he wants to like, change. He's got a gun. He's got a sword. He's got. Oh yeah, don't forget you also have that beam saber with your firebrand ability.
I was just thinking about that, and I already rolled.
So what'd you roll?
It's a 5 versus 7 and a 1.
Oh, so that is a strong hit.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're charging this thing, you light up your saber like as you're about to hit it, and it just goes through, and it goes through like its neck, and it burns a hole.
Hell yeah.
And even though you're in space, it lets out a scream that just shakes you. But you just like beam right through. You cut it to the side, and then the neck just starts splattering blood, and it is deeply hurt. But even as you watch, that wound closes some, and the blood stops spraying like I mean, it definitely took damage. So I have a damage clock that's like going up. It is still filling. It's just, you're like, how did that not kill it? How did that not kill it? It is that tough.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But this was like, it took missiles to the face and it was nothing. It took missiles to a burned off open wound and that did nothing. But this beam definitely gouged a hole into its neck. It is hurt. We are jumping to Soul Rock. What, or maybe, oh, you've got that lit. That's lit. What are you up to? We are to you now.
All right. Do I got to roll to fly out?
Yeah, we're gonna do an so you are hopping in the fighter. You're gonna come attack it. I mean, you don't have to. It's the what approach are you taking? So you see, Jimmy Rings has definitely he was the first on the gun. Like he's been waiting to get in that fighter and fucking kick some ass. So like you turn around to go jump in your fighter and he's already launched. You're right behind him. You launch. What tact are you taking? What are you wanting to do in your fighter? Are you shooting it from afar? Are you? Just tell me what you're doing.
You said the first blast blew off one of the horns, right?
Correct.
Do I see where that went? Like, do I see where that blown off horn landed?
Ooh. Yeah, actually do a gather information real quick, so that it'll be plus wits. For you, that's +2.
I got a 5 versus a 5 and a 6.
Boom, strong hit. Yes, you realize, because you watched the thing, your homemade W&D missile blow them up. Yeah, you see it flying up. You could absolutely, it is flying away. But your Ascendancy snub fighter is super damn fast. You can absolutely catch up to it.
Yeah, go after that. Turn into mech form
Cool.
to essentially catch it and use it as a weapon.
Cool. This is unfortunately, like, I think you're doing an edge move to fly over there and grab that, and your edge is +1.
Got that.
Yeah. You're just not the most agile. I mean, the thing is spinning. Like, it's a good plan, though. I like it.
Spinning is a neat trick.
I got a 3 versus a 2 and a 3.
Boom. You do it.
Yo.
Yeah, so you fly up in the mech, you go over, and you are grabbing that bone, that giant bone horn. It's I say bone horn. It's a horn. As you look at it, you realize that is also it looks like a Kuiper crystal as a fucking horn.
Yo.
And we are going to jump. We're going to jump to Merrick. What are you up to?
They're just they talking?
I don't hear them.
They're just a spinning
Jose.
circle.
Oh, maybe they're frozen. I see Jose's arm. He's like frozen though.
There you go. I can hear him.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, I hear you now. Were you able to hear us before?
Can you guys hear me?
You were breaking
breaking
out
out.
earlier. I see you moving though on screen.
Let me just
Cool.
You hear me?
I can hear you. All right. So
go ahead.
we just watched.
Yo. You hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all now. Go ahead.
Right.
Cool. Is Ram still there?
Yeah, Ram's here.
All right.
So what we saw happen is Jimmy Rings went in, cut the beast. Soul Rock flew over and he's grabbed the Kuiper crystal horn that broke off of the beast's head. What is Merrick doing?
Merrick done passed out on us.
Nah.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I just shook the shit out of him and he ain't waking up.
Oh, shit.
shit. I think. Oh,
Overnight?
how messy. Okay.
Overnight last night?
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I know that.
Damn.
I'm still shaking him too.
Yeah. No, leave him alone, man. It's okay.
Dude
You're
is
not going to
dead.
die because of this.
All right.
Though I am going to change something that, yeah, I'm going to make it a little easier because you're not going to be able to have all 4 mechs going. Like, you can't. So, I think
floating
Merrick, unfortunately, this shit happens. Man, Merrick he's pissed that you guys got the jump on him getting into your ships. He is just running down the corridor and takes a tumble and smacks his head, and he is currently out cold for now. If he wakes back up, if Ram wakes up, he can keep playing, and if not, it's okay. It's okay. Shit happens. So let's jump back to Spike. What are you up to?
Well, first
We didn't have you enter the fray yet. You need to enter the fray, and I think you're doing edge because you're trying to no, you're trying.
I've done the missiles and distraction. Did that count?
I actually feel like that's. I mean, it feels like it counted. Actually, I think you're using tactics. You are using your mind. You've come up with a plan to try to keep it distracted. That's plus wits. So go ahead and roll enter the fray plus wits.
And then I have a question. So I was just inspired for how I want to set up my snow fighter.
Okay.
I don't know if that's something I can have going into this battle or just do it afterwards. Either way works for me.
You can have it going into this battle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to convert the lasers, the guns into a plasma drill. Take out the cockpit glass, replace that with black iron, reinforce the rest of the ship, and improve the engines. I want to drive through this fucker.
Sure.
Oh, shit.
But let me enter the fray first.
But so you're jumping in your Ascendancy mech right now?
Yeah, I think I'm going to get the Nimbus to a safe place and then get in my Ascendancy mech and join the fray that way.
Cool. Are you... I mean, there's the other thing is you have... Mongoose is on the ship with you. Like, when you guys got back to the ship to run, he was here brooding. He's like, I can't fight this thing, but I can fly the Nimbus. I swear to you, it will not get fucked up if I fly it.
I like Mongoose. I'll let it happen.
And as you say yes, you feel that weird feeling again, like a save point just hit. Like, literally, just you and him, you feel it, it's just you two, and it's like, bing, yep, save point here, the Nimbus is perfectly at full health, it's gonna fucking stay that way, I promise.
And I have that Han Solo moment of not a scratch, I have your promise, right?
You got my promise, man, you got my promise. I can't remember what Lando says.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gives you the reply, it's good, it's fine, yes, I promise.
Alright.
So yeah, you go ahead and enter the fray. Shit, you're gonna go drill into it?
Yeah.
Damn. That's still a plan, man. So I'll give you plus wit still.
Cool. And we fly a bit away so that I have time to build up enough speed.
That's for the opening or whatever.
And then I'm taking into account gravity, weather to get top speed, and diving straight for this thing's eye. 4 versus 6 and a 4.
That is a strong hit. So you have the... Oh. Shit. Knocking my mic over. On a strong hit, you get +2 momentum, and you are in control. So your momentum is now at +9. And you're getting to make a strike on this. You are attacking... Oh, man, you're attacking at close quarters? That's iron, which is +1 for you.
But I've got a nice plan, right?
You do. But this is your...
A 5 versus a 1 and a 7.
That's a weak hit, so you are still... What happens is, here's the thing, man. You're not used to driving into things. That's not what you do as a pilot. Your every instinct as a pilot is to not run headfirst into things. And you absolutely nail this beast. But you kind of jerk at the last second because you just don't want to quite go head on. And it just, as you hit it, you gouge into its side. but when you hit it, you end up in a spin, so you're just in a bad spot at the moment. But you definitely you do damage to it, but you lose control of the situation for now. You'll be able to get back though. Next thing. So let's jump to Soul Rock, who is is he? Oh, you are there. I see your arm.
Yeah.
You have grabbed that horn. You see the target. What do you want to do with this horn now?
Did I get any momentum for the moves, the strong hits?
Actually, that's a good point. You should have. Your momentum is now at +6.
All right, cool.
So just in general, what?
I think we skipped Jimmy though.
Oh, you're right. We should jump back to Jimmy Rings. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Jimmy, you came in, you flew in, you stabbed your sword into its neck. You pulled that out. Blood splatters like just mad. Suddenly, Spike flies in with his mech. It's in a snub fire form. It's got drills basically on the front. It gouges into the side, but the beast moves one of its front limbs and just knocks the ship as it's pulling out. Both of those wounds, like I said, are instantly starting to heal. They are not healed yet, but they are closing up. You are right in its face. What would you like to do?
I want to try to see if I can't stuff a fucking landmine or something into one of those wounds real quick before it closes up. Can I roll for that?
Yeah, roll plus iron.
Like an acid charge in there, bro.
Huh?
Like an acid charge.
You know what? I'm gonna roll to try to get a thermite charge into that cut.
Yeah, it's only just like burning away.
Oh, I thought you meant like LSD.
Oh no. No.
But that'd be cool
Alright.
too.
Yeah, of course, too.
Am I gonna have this is fucking Carlos. Am I gonna have any pluses on this one? Like plus iron or
Oh yeah, you're doing sorry. It is definitely plus iron. So you got the +3. Go ahead and roll that.
a 4 versus a 4 and a 3.
That is a strong hit.
Let's go.
Bro,
Yeah,
remember
you
this day, we gotta go to the tables.
Huh?
Sorry. Remember this day, we gotta go to the tables, man.
No, straight up.
Yeah, you so you see that opening in the wound that got ripped in the side, and you take one of the charges that's on your ascendancy mech, and you use your mental connection with it, and you turn it you basically produce a thermite grenade. You activate it, and you shove it right in its side, and that thing fucking goes off.
Yeah.
Doing extra damage than even normal. It is bleeding bad. It is, but you are right up next to it. It goes to basically bat at you, and you are actually just able to keep blocking with your saber as it basically, you shove that bomb in it, and then you're right up next to it, and it starts clawing at you. You bat away with the saber. The claws get singed by the beam saber's blade, and are deflected as you kind of knock it back, and the side explodes out, and weird its guts come out. But the guts you cannot focus on because it looks weird. It changes, it keeps trying to draw your attention to it, because there's something about it. It's just it doesn't belong in this reality, and it threatens to draw your attention. But you rolled a strong hit. You avoid that. You keep defending the blocks. Soul Rock, you are up next. What are you up to as you see this happen?
So I got the horn. I'm flying down. and I'm aiming for like the part of the spine right where it connects to the brain.
Alrighty. I'm gonna say that's enter the fray. Let's see what. It sounds like plus iron, which you have +2 to.
Do it. Well, I got a 2 versus a 3 and an 8.
That's a weak hit. So you could either take +2 momentum or be in control. And if you're in control, you can immediately.
In control.
Alrighty. So then go ahead and roll a strike, which at this it's going to be another plus iron because you're definitely in close quarters.
Do it. I got a 5 versus 2 1s.
Bam! That is a strong hit.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you come down, you drive that spike right into its head. And as that happens, it stops holding itself together. Like it literally turns from a solid into a gas. Like it literally just breaks up, and it's gross. It's disorienting for a moment as like space and time. Like this thing has dark energy inside of it that just got released, but it is definitely dead.
Alright. Jose has weapons mastered. Can he like pull out Palo Santo or Sage and like sage all of us from all the bad spirits that just came out of that?
It is technically a weapon, yes.
Technically a weapon.
Sure.
All right. I pull out not a small stick, but a log of fucking of sage, and I pull a small blowtorch out.
In space. And pull out a giant space lighter or torch.
Yeah.
He's got the
I
beam
really
saber.
want you to
He's got
roll.
the beam saber.
So I char the end of the Palo Santo.
Oh, hold on. Adam, come on, he's got to roll for something.
Actually, well, shit. If we're gonna do that, it's got to be plus heart.
All
See
right.
if he can, which is only +1
All
for
right.
Jimmy Rings.
Let's get it.
I like the idea of it
A
rolling.
3 versus a 4 and a 2. +1. Let's go.
I'll give it to you. I mean, it's a
Hell
weak
yeah.
hit. Oh, yeah, that's a weak hit. So you get what you want, and
Hell yeah.
something you don't know about happens. But yeah, no, you actually you actually
out of us and scare everyone.
Actually, what it is, like, you pull out a brick of the space weed and compress it in a certain way. That way it'll burn. It's still got some air inside there. And you start sanctifying the space as the weird space and time stuff literally does go away. And there is, you all can feel it through the presence, through your physical bodies, that there was some damage done by this creature in this space, and it has been somewhat healed by this act. But you're down 1 in supply because he burned a bit. That was a brick of space weed.
I think that's worth it.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Good shit, Jose. This is the behavior we want to see from Jimmy Rings. Healing.
Yep.
Is the horn still there?
The horn is still there. It is the only part of that survived. The other 4 horns that were attached gooified. But you have another. It's nowhere near as big as the crystal that you guys just detonated. But this is of shape and size. You could make a weapon, like a full spear, out of kyber crystal. You could probably just use this as a weapon. Like it worked. Like it was.
How big is it's like the horns from the picture, right?
Yes, I'm gonna say the size of the horn the horn piece that he had to the mech was almost the same height. Like it almost is like the entire standing height as a mech form, which is like the length of a F-16 fighter plane. So
So
kind of big.
I kind of want to replace the plasma drill on my snow fighter with the horn, but we can cut the horn down to size and use the remnants to create like talismans and things.
I was gonna give it to Jose as a weapon.
Jose's got so many weapons. I want a weapon. I want to treat my snow fighter like a spear. Just like you guys open up wounds and I dive in through their fucking body and come out the other side.
You know, like when you come up with that idea, you're especially because you came up with it like when you see you're all flying back to the Nimbus together, and like literally you see that in your head, like the ship is like, yep, and this is where you put it. Like you see like, oh, just like when you saw Jimmy Rings put the weird soul sucking device on it. You're like, oh, I know how to do this. You don't even need the help of the engineer guy. You know how to do this.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. I do that, and then like after like use the remnants from fitting it to the ship, I want to make myself a little talisman, and then everyone can do what they want with what's left.
Cool. Are you okay with giving that up, Soul Rock?
Yeah.
It was your prize.
Oh shit, was it your prize, bro? I'm sorry, bro.
No, man. It was just a weapon.
Okay.
I mean,
didn't
he's the one who got it.
I missed that.
I mean, I'm not saying it was his prize. I'm just saying, like, it was literally him. He's the one flying back with it. But, you know.
You give me the tip of the horn, I put it on the ship, and you do what you want with the rest. That works.
The tip of the horn.
The tip. Just the tip.
just the tip. Just the tip. By the way, it turns out Merrick's fine. Just a bump on the head. He's awake and stable and.
Yo, we gotta give him some experience for this, man. He tried.
He has returned. There,
oh wait, is he really awake?
Yeah, like move your right hand.
Oh, I see. Okay. So I predicted it. I am psychic.
Literally came back just now.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys were able to defeat that, all of that. So I don't know if you remember, but there were 15 space snakes that came out of the stuff. You just killed one of them.
Hell yeah!
So you've got those to look forward to. Three of the 10 Legion centers that are vaults are now destroyed and taken care of at least.
How many?
The 2 we destroyed,
3.
and the 1 that this one just ate. So 3 total, correct?
Correct.
That's 3 out of 7?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
3 out of 7.
And there's 10 total, right?
10 total.
Right.
Yeah. And with that, actually, you guys are filling up another box, which does actually give people experience. I think you all had one sitting, but I just wanted to... Yes. I have Jimmy Rings has used 13 of his 14 experience, but now he has 16. That is the same with Soul Rock, with Merrick, and with Spike.
So how many do we have to spend? Say that again?
You have 3.
So now I have 3.
3, which will buy you a brand new asset if you want. 2 points will let you upgrade an asset. Just get one of the little bubbles filled. Unless it's a ship. Not a ship, but
Ship upgrade.
not the upgrades. I'm trying to think what are they called. Support vehicle. If you wanted a support vehicle, they only cost 2 to buy because of the vehicle bay. And upgrading a vehicle only costs 1. Yeah, you guys could get a shuttle, a service pod. I don't know why you'd want a service pod. You could get a rover. Basically, you could get a nice car. Which a car can also be equipped with stuff. A hover bike. Those are all vehicles that are available at pretty much any place. Again, you guys have money. This is really what it is. Like, oh, I'm going to go buy some shit. Yeah. But I figure I'll let you guys think about that if you want. But there's also, there's all the assets. I mean, literally, these are the assets you haven't bought yet.
Nice.
That's how many assets are still available.
Yeah, man. It was like, damn. Screens and screensavers.
It's a lot.
Could I put the third level of the engine upgrade onto the snub fighter?
Oh, you guys have that on.
Yeah, I was thinking we had level 1 in the ship, but I'm looking at level 3 to use during like my spear charges, like boosting in.
Yes, because in order to do it, you're upgrading a ship. I'm going to say the modules count as also an upgrade. So it only costs 2 to buy the module, and then 1 to do that. So you get both of those, the first and third ability, for those 3.
Good shit. So yeah, I want to do that. And I'll get a second chance if I fuck up the roll since I only have a +1. And the weak hits will count as strong hits. Very good.
A thing I think Jimmy Rings might want would be the third ability on Firebrand, which is when you have at least 3 fire, you may gain ground or strike by unleashing hell. If you do, take an automatic strong hit and mark progress. But set your fire down to 0. You can just unload your fire, fuck something up. But honestly, guys, I was thinking that might be it for this session. Do you guys know what you'd like to do next? Sounds like maybe you're going to one of the Ascendancy vaults.
I think either that or snake hunting.
Okay.
We could make it a strategy like let a snake consume a vault and then kill the snake afterwards. It's a tougher fight, but it's kind of efficient.
Yeah, if like they happen to be attacking us in the sea walls, we'll just let them and see where that goes.
We'll definitely want to do like population control though. We don't want to let all those babies go and we want to kill them all and upgrade it.
Yeah.
So if that's happening, we want to track it and like damage control afterwards.
So definitely agree on snake hunting.
I'm down with that too.
Yo, Adam, do you know what level my Banshee is at?
Your Banshee has both the second and it has all the abilities.
Oh, cool. All right.
Oh, yo, Adam, how much is the Banshee card?
It costs 3.
And I can pick any
Yo, man.
There's other animals too. Have you looked at like the Rockthorn or whatever it's called?
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about.
Yeah, there's the Rockhorn.
Just said, but you should definitely get that Firebrand ability, the third one.
Yeah, that is also like.
Wait, where am I on the Firebrand?
You only have the first. You just bought it last time you got it.
That one's 2 to upgrade.
2 to upgrade.
Wait,
what can I do once I upgrade it?
It's when you the upgrade is when you have at least +3 fire. So it's at a 5. Currently you have 4 of the 5. When you have at least +3, you may gain ground or strike by unleashing hell. If you do, take an automatic strong hit and mark, and you get extra progress. So basically, you do extra damage with, but then it uses up all your fire.
Yeah, let me
Like,
upgrade that.
Okay, cool.
Because the Rockhorn ain't gonna do nothing when we're fighting these snakes.
True. That is, yeah.
The only thing we could do is like try to slingshot it at that damn thing, but it ain't gonna do nothing after that. It's gonna get eaten.
Jose's neck just shuts the Rockhorn.
Like holding it like a lapdog into battle in the Mexican.
I'd allow it.
Yo, Adam, I think I definitely want that Firebrand ability too.
Cool.
That Firebrand ability is so sick. I can't wait to just like somebody's not giving us the answers and just grab their forehead and turn them into ash in front of people. That's the plan.
Okay.
Like char them.
Can they be reanimated by Legion if they're incinerated?
I don't think so.
What if they found a loophole? You can keep telling people.
That sounds like my kind of loophole, yeah.
Oh, and then Merrick said he wanted the looper.
Merrick did want the looper.
Yes, I do.
16 out of 16. Everybody's... Jimmy Rings is the only one with one experience sitting for later. Everyone else has bought it all. Cool. So next time we play, I will have stuff ready for... Actually, well, I'm getting stuff ready for the vault. For the vaults and the Space Snake fights anyway. So, cool.
Cool, man.
Cool.
Oh.
Probably won't be available next weekend, but the weekend after should work for me.
Yeah, next weekend, we'll be back on Sunday the weekend after that, right?
Oh, that's right. I forget exactly when after going like that. We're going.
To learn what happens, keep listening. This show is brought to you ad-free by privilege. No ads, no Patreon, just a cishet white man with disposable income and time. It is performed, edited, and all that good stuff by Redstone Archender. The story is powered by the game Ironsworn, Starforged by Shawn Tomkin. Outro by Glitter Snitchel, channeling the spirits. This has been a Sofa King Cool production.